Will Tristan Thompson cheating on his baby mama, Khloe Kardashian, overshadow anything he would ever do on the basketball court?
What seems, I think we already have our answer when it comes to that because, we hear more about his off the court dealings than we do on the court. And maybe he needs to change that for his own good.
I would like to thank everybody for tuning in to the Shut Up Already podcast, where we discuss everything related to sports. It's your boy K.
And it's your boy P. Feeve, a.k.a. Mr. Nobody.
And at this time, I would like to thank King Neppy for all the fresh wear. Now, let's transition into this.
So we don't get wrapped up in talking about his drama versus what he does on the court.
So I actually thought about this for a while, and I'm starting to think that maybe he doing this on purpose. Maybe he realizes that his game is never going to be bigger than the Kardashians, so why not take advantage of it? And being in the spotlight is better than not being in the spotlight, right? So if he knows that he do something stupid, people are going to talk about it.
Right.
And that's basically what he doing. I mean, dog, how stupid can you be to cheat with a girl who is best friends with your baby mamas? They're sisters. That don't make sense, right?
So, and I actually watched the Red Table Talk. So, the backstory with sorry about that. The backstory with Jordyn Woods is that Jordyn Woods' father was one of the crew members, studio production team on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Okay.
So through that, Jaden and Jordyn kind of grew up together because Will Smith and her father were pretty tight. They were close.
Okay.
So they came up like family, her and Jaden. And then from Jaden with Kylie, that's how that interaction happened. So they've all come up as kids together.
Gotcha.
Right? So for those who don't know that backstory.
Okay.
Now, she has owned up to what's been going on as far as, and in her defense, she said she shouldn't have been there in the first place. That was the first thing that was wrong. She denies anything else that happened. She admits that her first and fatal mistake was even being there, period.
Okay.
So with Tristan, I think he needs to concentrate less about his personal life, because that seems to overshadow everything else that he does. Now, unless and maybe what we're witnessing is he's getting ready to transition.
Yeah, man. Yeah, maybe he must be trying to be a reality star or something. That's what it seems like.
Because people are paying more attention to what he's doing off the court than on the court. So maybe someone has drew the line in the sand and gave him the come to Jesus talk that it may not be much longer before he may be finding himself without that source of income as far as playing basketball.
So I was almost wondering, is all this stuff staged? Because again, I keep going back to, man, you cannot be that stupid, man. You cannot be that stupid that you would cheat on a girl that's best friends with the sister of the woman that you have a child by and think that you're not going to get caught.
So she answered that question on the Red Table Talk with Jada Smith. And she said it was not staged. This is her real life, and it's causing real problems. And, real people are hurting. And that was the,
man,
and this is not the first time that Tristan has
exactly
been in this situation.
He got caught with another chick
Exactly.
before this.
Exactly.
Going with the cameras outside of the hotel, they caught him on the camera. Yeah.
Yeah. So these are the things and antics that he wants, What we have to understand is we live in a world where if there's no hype about you, then there's no ratings, which is what there's no
No
ratings.
clicks, no tweets, no likes.
Right. So, sometimes what people have to understand, sometimes people want you to have tickets to their show. They give you these tickets for the anticipation that you'll stay tuned in. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be mindful of that. And I'm going to go off the rails because I believe that we're about to start seeing the next cultural shift. And that cultural shift is going to push people to the point where they're going to get sick and tired of people, the attention seekers. And things are going to go back, not maybe all the way back, but more into a controlled way of how people say, you know what, I really only want to share the things that I think that matter with the people that I think that matter. And the rest of this stuff that's out here, keep it to yourself. I truly believe we're going there because I believe that the platforms that are allowing or that are triggering this kind of behavior, once again, it's no different than the conglomerates on the sports side. It's a conglomerate on the tech side as well. Big bank takes little bank.
Yep.
Right? So people try to, and to break this down, you get a sports player gets caught on a platform smoking weed. Then all of a sudden everybody kind of goes over to Snapchat. Like, okay, I don't want my employers looking at me doing anything. So I'm going to do something. My family and friends get to see it and it vanish. Well, then all of a sudden Snapchat gets phased out. Now
Instagram stories, right?
Instagram stories. They know what they're doing.
Exactly.
Because they want you right there on that platform. Right there on that platform. They don't want you going anywhere else. But soon. So this is the power of the internet, right? This is why the internet is the great equalizer. Because whatever behavior or trends that we get into, just for the simple fact of when big brands thought when the internet hit that they were gonna win big, but they ended up losing this shirt. They ended up having to run to the hills and recalculate how they were going to do things. And that's how this is about to happen. And all the attention seekers, they will soon find that there will be no platforms for them to get that attention that they seek. Because things will go closed off. Because one thing about this, code is code. And how Facebook once was resurrected, there could be another one that comes. And another Instagram. And another Snapchat that may be closed off to those attention seekers and those people that are searching for those platforms. Your day of reckoning may be soon coming.
But can it get here sooner, better than later? Because I'm actually getting tired of all this stuff, man. It's just too much.
I mean,
some things have to be sacred. You shouldn't want to share every single detail of your life. Like, part of me says, who cares? And if you do care, it should only be, like you said, for those who are close to you. Everybody in the world shouldn't see you
prime example,
do everything.
I was last week, I was looking at a gentleman and a young lady, and they had a skit that came on Facebook. And then when I did, and I always like to peel the onion back. So 3 years ago, 2016, this guy was working at a chicken shack somewhere in Florida. And then 6 months later, he meets a girl. They start doing these skits on YouTube and pranks. And now he's driving around in a Lambo, taking pictures, living a life, like jet setting, new home, everything. It's serious business. Now, 600,000 people following them on YouTube. It's real money. Now, the algorithms that are out there that we talk about all the time are changing. And if people, and I'm always the one that has to be the big visionary, because you remember we have talked about how these trends and how we strategically place ourselves within those trends to make sure that we are positioned in a place where we can win. But the platforms are getting to the point now. It's pay to play, right? So this is the new push. So Facebook is pay to play. Instagram is pay to play. But what they forgot is it's a big internet out there. And code is code. So, and sooner or later, as people, just like MySpace, We can go all the way back to MySpace.
Death of MySpace. Whoa. Those were the days.
So, and we going into this chamber for a reason, because what made people get away from MySpace? People got away from MySpace because they got sick of everybody, their mama and their family and friends all trying to sell them something. And they said, you know what? Facebook, I ain't got to deal with all that, all the craziness. Now, Mark Zuckerberg has been he's always kept that in the back of his mind, and always has tried to reassure us that it would never come like that. But we are now at that day where it is pay to play.
Yep.
You're not going to get those algorithms for free. You're going to pay a little bit to get it. Now, they always entice us with, okay, well, you can reach to 3, 4, 5,000 people for $5. It's cheap. It's not that much. You can get that attention that you look. It's $5. What is $5? But $5 will soon turn into $50 to $500. And I believe at a certain point that it's all going to go away. But to go back to Tristan Thompson, that this is the animal that created some of the antics that are going on out here. And if it is what you say on his side, a way to bring awareness that, you know, hey, I want to be in the spotlight, he might want to start looking at some different avenues, because it may not be there for him in the long run.
And I would just say, Tristian, if I could give you any advice, brother, you kind of stand out. I mean, let's think about it. First of all, you black. And on top of being black, you like 7 foot tall, man. So you're going to stand out in a crowd full of people, man. So if you can stand out and it's that obvious, you might want to be a little bit more discreet in some of your infidelities if that's what you're trying to do, brother. Just my advice.
That's it.